Maybe they pulled ads. I think there are a pack of ads up there. Maybe that's what happened.
It could be.
Oh no,
Although,
just five. That person was just really low. It looks like what happened is they all stood on top of where Hina was standing, and they all took that damage from the AoE pulse. And they just, I
it's
saw
one
a lot
thing
of
for a
players
tank
there.
to take it. It's another thing for another DPS.
Yeah, I think that's
Without a
what
cooldown,
happened. Yeah.
a DPS cannot sit there. They just drop too fast. I mean, you can do it just with diffuse magic and Zen and touch of karma.
Yeah.
So,
and it looks like that the Horde have wiped again. Personally, I would just do the drag and 2 DPS like Alliance did. I think that was a smarter play. I mean, they are 3 tanking it right now, and I think if they just did that and just swap tanked and then just keep moving them around in like a big circle, they would be a lot better off than this. But again, this is all what happens too. Like a lot of guilds do it differently, even on Heroic. On Heroic, a lot of people like staying in the hut with one of the ads and 2 healers with 2 tanks, so they 3 tank it. Some just do it where they go 1 up on the hill, 1 below it. Other ones do where they just go in a circle and 2 together. So this could be where there's a conflict of strategies going on right now. So hopefully this will be they'll be able to come together, because they got them past 50%. But you know, maybe this 1 death will actually make it so that they can kill it a lot this next go around, because Alliance did wipe as well. So both teams actually coming into a
stalemate part.
Yeah, coming into where there's bosses that they're having difficulties with. And I was actually thinking Shaman would be a lot easier for the Horde, just because of their experience.
Well, even with their experience, but just having fewer numbers on that fight is kind of detrimental, less to work with. Whereas the Alliance just came in, yeah, they had everybody standing there eating the blobs, but they are dying pretty much as they were spawning, so you didn't have that huge massive damage. It was just constant damage. So, I mean, that's one way to look at it. But with fewer people, I mean, and they're good damage, they could cleave off, but it just, they are having issues. Looks like Alliance is getting set up for their second pull at Thok. And whoever is, sitting at the wall that is Thok, either on normal or heroic, you'll notice that there is a long run back.
So, oh yeah, definitely. It is about like a 2 or 3 minute run back just by itself. The one thing to notice too is actually the Hina did not have diffuse magic for the last 2 pulls, so that could be a huge possibility of why he died that first time, is he did not have diffuse magic. I thought he had it, and so the blobs actually killed him almost instantly. And so that was a big misplay there. Maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience on this fight. That could be one of the issues as well.
It could be. And Alliance have started their second pull. Going to count healers here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 healers now. And still only 1 tank. So maybe we'll have... Hopefully they'll work through it this time, but they may run into the same issue of a tank death very late in the fight.
Yeah, still 1 tank. That is really risky to me. That is overly risky to me. Even if that other tank doesn't do anything. I mean, I think what they're trying to do, I think they're trying to never go into the kite phase. That may be a possibility. That's probably why that they're trying to do it. But I mean, that tank is taking a tremendous amount of damage, even right now at number 10. I don't like this strat. I do not like not pushing him over quicker.
I've done it, and I've done it in my my main raids when we were doing him on normal, and it's very easy to do, but it really is just monitoring that tank damage. When we had less DPS there, we would have to effectively 2 tank it, but you'd still never leave the first phase. You would just swap tanks after probably about 8 stacks.
I think that's what they should have done. I think they should have just done that with another tank.
Definitely, that's what they should have done. Just
maybe have like Ooh, it looks like they did. Actually no, they do have another tank in there.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. At the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah, it looked like a heal icon to me as well. So I maybe there was something over the top of that, because I thought into the 2 tank strat this time, and it looks a lot better now. The second tank taking almost no damage. Looks like he's just coming in to clear stacks only, and then back out. So
it looks like they're swapping off after 3 stacks of panic, and then they go back to the other tank. And there's just the damage at 3 stacks is so insignificant for a monk. It's just easily done. And so it makes healing the raid easier. And right now they're up to 46 stacks of Screech.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because the one thing, too, is that nothing... the only... because all the Mistweavers are doing...
Rushing Jade Wind.
And it also looks like Chai Tea went DPS. So it looks like that they dropped healers, added another tank, and more DPS. So it looks like that they're actually going under healing it. Oh, maybe the one person that was AFK came back, and that's why Chai Tea had to go heals for that fight specifically.
It does. No, he is a healer. He has his mana bar there.
Okay, I just saw... Okay, I thought I saw... I thought I saw him going DPS. I think it was just... I just saw the chi and just envisioned, oh, that must be DPS there.
Well, they are
not that whole mana bar I see at the top.
63 stacks.
Yeah, it is. He is. Screech. Now, the one thing that could be problematic here is if a tank goes in to to taunt the boss, taunts it a little too early, and all of a sudden he breasts the raid. But it looks like they're pretty fine. It looks like, yeah, they're going to easily do it. As long as, looks like the raid is going back and forth. I see some people going back and forth to collect those healing orbs. Obviously, if Chi Explosion was here in the game already, we'd have no problem at all with this fight.
Oh, for sure.
But, it
looks like Horde is doing a dedicated 3-tank and total split right now.
Yeah.
They're doing much better on these slime spawns.
Yeah, it looks like Hinolever is, he did go with that Zen Sphere, but he's also using his reductions a lot more effectively this time. It looks like an easy kill here on this one. Now here's the blob to see. Ooh, people are going too close to him.
We'll see how damage is taken.
A lot better job. Maybe they
looks like the fused magics are up.
It looks like actually what they did is they swapped people who knew to the ads. It looks like a little bit different split on the people who are actually doing the ads right now. So that actually might be what they did on the Horde side. And then Alliance has killed Thok. 1 minute 34 is their timer. So we'll have to see what the Horde is doing right now. They are about 18 minutes behind, and they are still on the first boss. They're not even on the second one yet.
No, they're on the third boss.
The third boss. Yeah, the third boss, second wing. They haven't even gotten to the next wing yet. So we'll have to see how this plays out.
Alliance is taking their break.
Yeah, there's 3 bosses. The first one, it's a 4-4-3-3 split for flex queuing, just like LFR. So we'll have to wait and see how everything plays out here. But it looks like, let's see, Ashen Wall. Looks like, yeah, Horde easily have this one killed. I don't see, one DPS death, but should be fine from that.
Should be fine. The bosses are almost dead. If I saw while it was targeted, it looked like 10% or less.
It's less than 10%. Yeah, they easily have this one killed. So yeah, it looks like swapping the more experienced players to dealing with the slimes worked out, because they does look like a lot of different DPS, at least in his 40-yard range. It looks like about to fall over, and so Horde killing off Shaman, now going to Nazgrim, which is the final boss in this wing, and then they have their break. So the Horde are tremendously behind the Alliance right now as far as total time, but that's kind of to be expected. This is, I believe, their first time actually doing this. Alliance have done it all monk raid a few times.
The Horde have done it twice.
They've done it twice? Okay.
But it's just been much spread out, less common. But I think each time the Horde team seems to change their roster up a little bit when they do the all monk flex. It's just not something that's consistent. Whereas the Alliance seems like they know exactly.
Well, and they also the leader of the monk of the flex, as well as I believe one of the top DPSers that contributes, is not there today. So that is probably a huge blow to them, having that leadership not there, having someone who's knows the strategies or knows how to lead the all monk. And that could be something that they're just kind of learning on the fly. But they are making good progress. Just have to see now if they do not wipe the Thok at all. I could see a catch up there, a slight maybe, or at least stay even. But
I think right now the Horde is pretty much down and out. They're just doing this to catch up and make sure that they're giving their honor to the Horde. But right now, with being 15 minutes behind on the timer and a full wing behind, there's not some sort of catch up that you can do unless Alliance just dies off at one of the bosses coming up. I just don't see it happening.
Well, I mean, you never know though, because Chai T, mentioning to us that he was very nervous about Black Fuse,
That's
and
very true.
so like I said, if the Horde can somehow pull out a one shot for the rest of the bosses, and Alliance stumbles on Black Fuse, which is another one of those long run back bosses, we could see a catch up there. That could be where the Horde all of a sudden makes their ground up. But I think Nazgrim right here is going to be a deciding factor, and as well as Malkarok. Nazgrim, Malkarok, Thok, I think are going to be the two. I think Spoils should have no problem at.
Spoils is pretty typically, and it's just like Protectors. It's a very easy fight as long as people know what they're doing.
Well, they also have a 15-man team now, so it should be a little easier for them to handle. We'll have to see, though.
Well, they will have, with only 3 healers going in, they'll be quite kind of stretched thin on one side for healing. They are still running 3 tanks, and so I'm curious to see if one of them does eventually switch over. It would be to their benefit to have one switch over, especially going on to fights like Nazgrim and Malkarok, because you don't have a chance for that 3rd tank to get any vengeance. Looks like the Alliance break is ending in about 40 seconds, so they'll be getting started very soon. Horde is working on the Assassin, so they have 2 more trash packs before Nazgrim. So
yeah, it does. It definitely looks like that. A lot of the strategies too, mentioning in chat, Mike Bray in chat mentioned that the Horde won't be able to use a lot of the Alliance strategies, and that is true. I believe that the Alliance strat, especially that Thok strat, is just because they have so many numbers and a lot more healers that they just are able to do that. But I think the cutting strategy isn't that bad. I think the only thing I could see being a problem is just the kiting phase.
yes, it does add time to the fight, unfortunately, because every time that Thok eats a mon, he does heal for a portion of his health. So you're gonna just on adding time into that, not only in terms of, with all melee you significantly drop your damage. I guess if they're able to keep the healing up strong to a certain point, what they could do is just completely skip the kiting phases as much as they can, kill the jailer, and then immediately pull over to the next person. But they just gotta make sure that they do at least 40% of the boss's damage each time.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like the Alliance are about to queue any moment now for the next part. Looks like they just queued actually for it. They actually have dropped another member, so now they're down to 23. Maybe they're trying to find that sweet spot for their raid.
22.
Looks 22 like now. 22. Yeah, down to 22. So they're trying to find that sweet spot. Like we can find it somewhere here.
Going along the ways.
Yeah, I mean, because it has been an hour and a half of raid time, concurrent raid time, but it actually has been about almost 2 hours roughly. Of time that they have been up and together. So it looks like Horde are now starting on Nazgrim Trash. So they're AoEing all of them together. Then some... Oh no, here we go. Iron Storm. See how many people die after that. Please throw a stun out. Stun! Nope. Rest in pepperonis. 1 DPS dead.
1 DPS dead.
Yeah, but it looks like there's only 1 AoEing, and they have killed the rest. Okay, so that's not too bad. Not that good. It looks like they just doubled up on stuns on like the first rotation of the Iron Storm. But yeah, now here we go. Let's see if they do, because I mean 3 tanks is not smart. I would rather have, actually, if they could get away with the other 2 tanking, I would have Hino Lever go DPS, because I know his DPS is very significant. Oh, he is going TPS. He just mentioned right now. So here we go. Now this is where they could swing for the Horde just because he is a 580 plus monk, so he is going to be doing a lot of damage. Should be similar to Tiger Crane, so that's going to be a huge boost to their DPS if that's going to be something that they can do. So here we go. We're about to start on the monk side. It looks like food and beverages on the Alliance. They're enjoying. They're relaxing. They know they have the lead. They're kind of like in basketball when they kind of like walk it up slowly. After they're ahead by so often. That's kind of what's going on right now. And they're doing the little cutscene. So let's go ahead and look at the Horde. See what the Horde is. They're doing the scumbag parsing technique of leaving the faithful up. so it's going to probably lag a bit, but you'll see really good numbers. So maybe they're going for style points here, like you mentioned. Maybe some of them think that they're behind and they're about to pull.
Hey, that's a lot of vengeance from guys.
They're going to die so fast, though.
All they have to do is get a couple of hits off.
Yeah, a lot of lag coming out now. Look at that scumbag heat lever DPS.
Let's see what we're getting up to here. 1.3 million.
Mm-hmm. The top 4 damagers for Horde are way up there. So.
Oh yeah.
One DPS scumbagged and took. But let's see. But it is dropping extremely quicker than Alliance was. So I think having Hina Lever go DPS is going to be really good benefit on these single target fights. But
very much.
We'll have to see how it plays out. The ads are going to spawn any moment now.
Now the big thing is making sure that everybody goes over and switches to those ads.
Or they may have. No, it looks like they're only sending a few people over. So they are doing the split because it's really only. Split. No, there we go.
Nope, everybody is switching over pretty much.
No.
That is a clone.
Oh, maybe they're sending some clones out, so they're doing the damage.
And that's actually very smart. Going over and damaging during Berserker stands will give more damage on the ads total.
Well, and also it'll you want to have the ones there to AoE and stun and whatnot. One monk actually flew too far past it. Does not have the glyph. He has the glyph to where it hits on a damage target, it looks like, or maybe he didn't press it quick enough. Ravager came out, so just like the Alliance, a Ravager is coming out, but they are doing vastly more damage, in my opinion, than the Alliance were at this point. The second group just came out. Here's the War Shaman. How are they going to deal with this? This is where the Alliance almost wiped. They stunned it. Let's see if they have a totem. Leg sweep just came down, and heal almost went off, but no totem, so they're fine. So it looks like everybody swapped rigorously to that. It looks like the tank is moving it back and forth into the Ravager to scumbag the DPS. Golvan approve. And they are again. Why? They are going off on defensive. No, some aren't though. Some are not. It looks like.
It looks like clone.
I don't agree with this. I think they could just go right brute force through it. War Song.
They already have 2 Ravagers out. You might as well get another.
Exactly. You might as well. You'll get 3 or 4 more, but the boss will be dead. So I think after this ad wave, hopefully they'll swap back, but they probably won't.
Although with clones right now, that's extra damage going into the boss. So.
Yeah. So they may just because right now, especially with how it is with the ads, let's see if they go back to the boss. Are they going back?
I don't know.
Nope, they are not. They're just gonna continue doing the AoE. I don't agree because I think you could easily burn through the damage on the defensive with the reduction.
I think you could too, but this is also the group that's
playing safe.
Wiped a couple times that they might just be playing safe, just getting it done.
Yeah, just making sure everything's in order. So they're gonna blow up this War Shaman pretty quickly here. War Shaman should not really be too far longer.
Nope,
and it's going to be probably another leg sweep here. Oh, totem got down, though, this time.
It won't hurt that much on them, just because it's so close. It might have
just been the clone, too, because last time they had no clones, and now everybody's back on the boss, and then it'll just melt down. They'll probably just ignore the next wave of ads when they get the 10% wave.
Pretty close.
They haven't used drums yet. I'm very surprised. This is where you'd want to use drums.
Very much. A banner. Are they going to just leave that? No.
No. It looks like looks like Cleave got it. Maybe their cloaks procced on an extra ad soon. So a wave plus extra ads, but no totem. Maybe the person's not there that was doing that, or maybe they ran out, which could be a possibility. They should have lusted already right now.
Looks like they have a war shaman that they're just gonna clean up real quick.
And looks like they're gonna go after the other war shaman as well. They just do, like you said, or the Arcweaver. There is a war shaman in the group, but he did get pulled out. No totem down, so they are fine. Looks like they are gonna go after the ads. Actually, looks like they're gonna control the ads. Just like I said, playing it safe. Just playing it safe. Nazgrim about 5% or so. So it looks like that they're just going to.
With these totems down, they'll have. They have enough going that they can just run in there and finish him off now.
Yeah, really easy kill. Really safe, really clean.
Safe and clean.
Yeah,
no
safe,
deaths.
Exactly.
So
and it looks like
take that.
Yeah, and then they're going to leave the flex group, and then now they're going to queue for the. Have a little bit of break here, and then they're going to queue for the next part. So on to the Chai Tea said. Yeah.
Chilling at Siegecrafter. They've been standing here for about 2 minutes. Been keep looking over. They must be really discussing what's going on. But for the most part, they've been there 2 minutes and just sitting at him, staring at him almost. Mm-hmm. We'll see what their plan is, at least.
So based on total time, the Alliance are only 10 minutes ahead of the Horde, yet they are on the last leg of the last 3 bosses. So that's how far ahead the Alliance. Yeah, so I think unless Alliance really stumble hard here on Blackfuse and somehow Horde are able to one-shot the rest, it is going to look like that the Alliance are probably going to take this this first race of Team Alliance versus Team Horde just based on the wipes on the earlier bosses. So
yeah,
it looks like a Horde are going to queue again and then do their break afterwards.
I wonder what Alliance are... I'm going to turn on their volume, see what they're doing.
Actually, yeah, let me do that too. Let's see what they're talking about.
Too many. Most of the raid. I think almost every
looking for
raid.
pandas.
I see a human, one human, night elf.
Are they talking about races? they're so far ahead, they know it. They're just like, there's no gnomes. We're just gonna talk about
gnomes are stupid.
Gnomes are stupid. Ooh, shots fired.
Hey.
Shots fired, and this mumble this. Okay, now they're about to pull. So let's just go ahead and let's listen to see what they're gonna say based on their mumble conversation. I mean,
so solo tanking it.
Solo tanking it sounds like. So let's see.
Solo tank. Interesting. Looks like they're just going to ignore the shredders.
Mm-hmm.
Although that could be problematic.
Good job on that.
Beautiful placement.
Getting those deaths from aboves could be pretty awful.
Here to my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Just one though.
I spent 3 fucking weeks waiting on that boss. I'm done with
language.
Ooh.
Language in the Alliance. They're really upset about this boss. This is their not favorite boss. But I mean, we'll just have to see. I mean, they are doing pretty good damage, but I mean, I just don't. They're using their totems their lust right off the bat, so we'll have to see. And it looks actually like one person dropped from the Horde side as well, so we'll have to see how that kind of plays out. They are doing their break. They have about 4 minutes, looks like, left on their break.
Watch out for fire. Keep running.
I'm moving the boss.
Ooh, fire. Big fire on
I'm moving it.
Big fire right under the boss.
Ooh, and they also have, they did not...
Watch out with the drills.
Did they fail a belt? Oh, no, they're killing mines. Okay. So they're killing mines, not drills on the Alliance side. That's a very interesting strat. One person already dead.
A bit closer
that is actually the person on the belts, I believe, that died. Maybe they failed a belt wave.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Well, see if mines start popping out.
You don't kill the drills on normal.
Well, yes, yeah. I'm used to the drills on Heroic. We want to kill them because they have the HP. But
yep.
Another fire on the raid.
We'll see how this goes.
Ooh, wow! Lot of fire on the raid right now.
Shredder's up.
Missiles coming out.
Yeah, Shredder's up.
You take next stack.
You got another shredder.
Good coordination. Ooh, first overload though killed 2 people right away. First overload, 2 down.
Shredder.
They have the Shredder outside, so they are 2-tanking it, and so they are swapping stacks. So the Shredder is right on top of the Saw Blade. Here's the death from above.
Yep.
Overload does enough damage. They heal him up. Nice job. So looks like the first Shredder, I believe, is dead. It is killed.
Yep.
So it looks like that only 3 deaths so far on Alliance side, which is very good for them.
Don't get knocked off.
Mumble is nice and calm, nice and clear, good calls there, so really no panic, except for the first time fire went down on all the raid patch, but
I don't think anybody was prepared for it. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, there's fire.
yeah, so it looks pretty good there on that side.
There's
Nice
still
and
quite a
get
bit
it
of
on
fire
top.
in there, but
Well, that's to be expected,
it's not
though.
anything.
Yeah, I mean they're
Yeah.
all melee, so they can move around easily. But yeah,
That
there-
is true.
Ooh, there's a saw blade though on someone. Looks like, unless that's maybe
That's a clone.
yeah, it is a clone.
Pinned in here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
they
slowly
are
work
pinned
them
in the corner though. That could be detrimental.
Little
if
missile.
Watch out for the.
they could get knocked off the platform here. They might. Some people might go to their deaths right here. This
That
is
could
gonna
be
pretty
interesting to see.
close. Yes.
You taking him?
Getting a saw blade
Yeah,
out.
the
going
first
on
magnet is
through
going to
the-
happen.
No,
Yeah, the
6
first
seconds
magnet
is
is
enough,
about
yeah.
to happen, but they may kill the boss before that happens. The magnet is about to come out.
I thought my head's come out.
Okay.
It is. I think it's about to come out any minute here, but it looks like they may have enough DPS to push past before it. See, there's
Gonna over
semi
and harm you for
The
this one.
magnet should be coming out right
Alright, I'll
now.
have a guard.
There's the magnet.
Go ahead and take the ball. I'm gonna go over where the shredder is and get him.
This is
That's
where.
See if they lose any, but
Yeah, this is where people could die from it by just being too close. Because if any come near the boss, so let's see.
Oh, what the
it
hell?
looks like they're going to be okay. Although this next, no,
Yeah, it looks like they could be fine here. They are.
Looks like they're
they
gonna
are
be fine.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be fine. So they only lost 3 people, but it looked like it was mainly to a laser overload combo. And the one boss that Chai T mentioned he was very scared about looks to be a one-shot, and that's going to be very good for the Alliance in finishing out. I could probably say it could be I'd say a 2-hour, 20-minute raid for them. I
Take
could
this
easily
charge
say. Depends on how Paragons though go
Well
for
done,
them,
guys.
but
Or just
one-shot
die.
it, so
Yeah,
that's
that works.
very good.
Nice.
Very
Oh,
good job there.
this.
Almost had a wipe though, so that was really close. But only 3 deaths. Not too bad.
not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm less concerned about Paragons for them than Garrosh, just because there are so many mind controls and so many things that are like on individuals. If
Yeah.
somebody is not aware, even in main raids, I've seen it happen where people will just fall over, or get multiple MCs in a row. It'll be interesting to see if they choose to just ignore most of the MCs and use some Ring of Peace in the first 2 phases.
Yeah, it's really going to be to see how they do on the one. No, because he doesn't. I think is there Kunchungs on flex mode? Like if you
There
run
are.
into them, that may be a that could possibly be a problem because you won't be able to do. You'll at least get one because the mesmerize because you cannot really only your clone can do damage and you're probably not going to do as much damage in that to get him to 30 at that time. So.
No, that is true.
And then also Corvin may be a problem. I could see Paragons being a slight problem depending on how they do the strategy. So
Very true.
that's going to have to be something we'll have to look at. Also, what could really kill them is right off the bat is them being all stacked up. Recall can kill them because you do that AOE splash damage when you convert. So if they're not spread out on the pull, they could end up dying to that first convert.
Oh, that's true. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
Yeah, all these things that you kill, like a heroic, anything can kill you on Paragon. So, but on Flex, it's very interesting. And it looks like they're losing a lot of people. I think they're losing more people. Oh, that's actually Horde side. Horde is actually losing a ton of people on trash right now. They're right now on trash. It looks like they just queued up.
Yep,
Actually,
they're starting their
both
trash.
teams are on trash right now. So as you can see, Team Alliance. Alma Group is at 1 hour 49 minutes and 1 hour 33 minutes roughly is Team Horde. So really a 16-minute advantage, but it's a lot larger than that because of the wipes. So I think probably about half an hour the Horde are behind just on wipes. So which would put them right on pace with the Alliance or maybe even ahead of them if you take the wipes out of it. But that's why you do the race. Those wipes are going to be very significant. And another kills a scumbag tank doing the skull splitters, pointing them at the raid, and the Horde have wiped to trash. So,
Oh man.
rest in pepperoni's Horde. I think they kind of know it too. If any of them are watching the other stream or watching this one, having it open, they'll definitely see the time significant is different. Difference there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those unfortunate things.
Looks like the Alliance side has a couple DCs.
Yeah, it does look like. Hopefully not DDoS. Hopefully people are like, oh, I know that person, DDoS. And then Horde make strategies to get. And it actually looks like Horde is actually clearing a bunch of trash that they didn't need to as well. So
Yeah, interesting.
I think
That
maybe someone may have pulled it on accident with the chi wave. So
Could have been a chi wave or it could have been an auto run. I don't have it looked up right now.
you'll have to see. But they're both going on trash. Alliance being content with AoEing everything together. It looks like that they are.
Looks like they're almost done. Looks.
Yeah, they're on the last two guards. And I think they haven't pulled. Yeah, they haven't pulled the large Kunchang yet. Yeah, or as I call it, Kunchang, because I like pronouncing things correctly, like Zuen and Kunchang.
I think Zuen is actually Schwen or something like that.
It's Shwen or something. It's like
Schwen?
Yeah, it's like, but I call it Zuen because it's with a Z.
Yeah.
Well, it's with an X,
Or it's an X.
But you think it's it's Asian, so let's make it sound like a Z. So.
Well, actually, I think XI, little Scrabble tidbit, XI is a word, and it's actually pronounced chi. Who would have known? But it is a Chinese word.
Yeah, so it does not work on my Scrabble board. So just let everybody know that. Golden Scrabble board, only American English, please.
It's in the dictionary.
Yeah, so
That's why it's allowed.
so it's okay if you put Murica with MURRICCA, because that's how we spell America, incorrectly, obviously.
Obviously. Looks like Horde also pulled all that trash extra. Although no deaths
I think
yet.
they may. It looks like a lot of it could be just the chi wave or clone accidental.
It's gotta be.
It looks like something, because that can easily happen, where chi wave went to like a training dummy and then bounced directly to another ad or something like that.
Oh, for sure. There's a skull on the skull splitter.
Yeah, they want to definitely kill the skull splitter first, but they are AoEing, so nice try with that skull, but it's ignored enough. If they stun it right now, they'll be fine.
Yep.
No, you want to stun it. You don't want to. There you go. Oh, they
You
killed
can
it.
disarm it. Disarm works just as well.
Well, I just stun though. Easier.
Oh, yeah.
Because it'll stop the rampage from happening too. It'll interrupt the cast, but then he just casts it again. So
Yeah.
150 there for the monk. It looks like Chai T is actually. He's going to try to invite some people. He's just looking to see if they're available, I guess. But it looks like there's two members down.
That are DC.
One of them is the tank too, so that is.
Oh.
I think one of them was a tank, but they do have another tank replacement. That's maybe it's just how his thing. Maybe his group's organized based on name though, so it could just be.
There are two tanks, but DC was a tank. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, to see exactly what's happening with that. Maybe it's just internet issues. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, both teams looking down a boss. The Horde looking down Malkorok, and then the Alliance looking down Paragon. So a couple bosses, 3 bosses ahead, the Alliance. So we'll have to see. Now it looks like they're probably going over what to do. Looks like they're doing markers. Now this is gonna be very interesting to see exactly how many spawn. I'm thinking it might be only 3 for the Horde here, so that might be just make it a little easier for them.
I think it is just 3, and even if it's not, a 4 is not too terrible to deal with.
Yeah, it's just
Although
like
they are down to 13, so I think it's just 3.
Yeah, so they might be at the 3-point right here, so we'll have to see how everything works out. There are 2 healing, 2 tanking. They may be actually under healing at this point. Looks like one of their third healer may have left that they did acquire us. Or actually, no, they only had 2, I think, the whole time.
They had 3 for a little bit.
So it looks like the third healer had to leave. So
that could be something tricky to look at.
that'll look definitely for spoils.
For spoils.
For spoils, that'll be something to look at. Here we go. Here's going to be the first explosion. It's going to pop
Ashes out.
Yeah,
and
only 3.
out.
Only 3. That's really easy to
Only
handle.
3. Easy to do.
Yeah, easy to do.
It's
So
like they're pretty well caught.
yeah, it looks like that they have markers too for the area because they know there's 3, so they already know how many they're going to get. So very nice job organizing here on the Horde side. But then again, that's also because the Alliance had 25, and it's going to be very difficult. Yep,
Yes.
very easy, really easy to get done. They split the raid off. They split the groups off into 3 locations. That's also going to really help because one of the markers is a little too close. It looks like. Yeah, he was a little too close to the middle, and he popped everybody up in the air. So a little bit of DPS loss.
Looks like spawns are all good. Now they're just gonna be working on the first breath.
Ooh, yeah, he did not have a marker for the breath. So, oh, it looks like they're actually they're marking it with markers, the breaths. Okay, so they're doing the old school way of marking the middle of the area with the breath.
Yes.
I had to do that. That was very difficult. I just use that add-on. That's really easy to do.
I just use the add-on as well. I mark it for my raid,
Yeah.
and people refuse to get the add-on.
Yeah, thank you, Russian people, the Russian guild that invented that add-on. That was really
I know.
good.
Well, between that and the Shah Fear Assist, those two
Yeah.
add-ons have been very useful.
Yeah, definitely. But I remember doing this like the first couple of weeks, doing the mark it down yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very nice job. Oop. Looks like
That's gonna
Star.
be... Ooh, no, they got it.
Yeah, it looks like the Star probably ran out of a roll there. Didn't have any roll speed, or looks like it's probably could be a healer. Yeah, it looks like it's a healer. So probably did not able to get over there quick enough.
But they did
Ooh,
have someone
There we go.
Flying Serpent kick out. So
Yeah, and
Plenty done.
melee are going out and helping out just to get a kill, kill the boss. So I mean, they're going low. It's like low and slow, when you have something good. So here we go. Here's the first blood rage. Are they going to try to solo tank it? They are. Yep,
like
they are. They're solo.
they are. Yep.
No, the tank died instantly. So the tank, and DPS is standing in front. So they did not coordinate at all with
they did
the
not
members.
coordinate what they needed to do.
Yep, they did not coordinate at all with the raid of what to do. So it looks like it's going to be another wipe here for the Horde. Yeah, this is definitely going to be another wipe.
Nope, their tank is still up. Although
I mean, they may be able to. I don't know. We'll have to see though. I mean, they're going to have every single member do it, but the tank is going to be getting hit for a truck ton at a certain point. But they have to have everybody has to soak. If they soak all of them, they have 2 markers open. One is going to explode though. No one didn't get that one in time. Looks like they lost. Did they lose another person?
There's one explosion. No, they didn't lose one yet.
Yeah, it looks like so they may be able to sneak this out, but the tank is going to have to pop a lot of cooldowns.
Yes, the tanking is not going to be hard until we get to right after the first breath is when
Another
tanking
explosion.
will get
That one
significantly harder.
That one looked like it was the melee.
That was
one
a melee one.
That was the one the tank was on. So the tank moved out the last moment and it exploded.
It was going to kill the tank if he stayed in it.
Yeah,
so.
it just looks like they're kind of uncoordinated right now. Because which one, but that's to be expected. They have 2. Looks like they will be able to get all these though.
Yep.
And then so they have the breath, but it doesn't. I don't think they have enough damage. I think the tank is going to die rather shortly. Yep. Tank stood in the breath. The tank stood in the breath. So the Horde wipe again. Another recurring thing from them. So let's go ahead and pop the Alliance on. See what they're doing right now. Looks like they are on. They just killed.
They're working on Paragons.
Yeah, they're on Paragons. They have 1 DC, but the other person did come back in time. And they are on. Looks like on Recall. No, Karaz.
Karaz.
Ooh, so they're doing a different strategy here. They're going Karaz
They have
right away.
Recal.
They have
Still
Recal still up. So they are keeping him up. So I guess they're just going to have Shuffle the entire time.
Elusive
That's right.
Brute.
Just Shuffle. Oh yeah, I mean I thought Shuffle.
Shuffle is kind of like a mandatory buff.
Yeah,
it doesn't actually count as
Elusive Brew.
active mitigation.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of Raden, where you can just have Shuffle up, and that will mitigate it. So yeah, so Elusive Brew just popping at the correct time to not get any spawns of ads. So they're just gonna leave that up for a lot longer. 1 death already though.
Corvin is up, so they're working on the Amber
so it looks
there.
like they're gonna kill
Amber died real quick.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna kill Corvin. Another death, another explosion.
Ooh,
what is
bunch of deaths.
What is this coming from? Is this coming from Recall?
It could be the aim.
Oh, yes, it was an aim. Aim just melted the entire raid group there. So it looks like the aim target was directly on top of all the melee. It killed.
Because that
6
damage
people.
does everybody on everything.
Yeah. It
That
killed,
was-
It killed 6 people right there. So that might be a wipe, possibly. Here we go. Let's see if it's gonna death again. Nope. Looks like they were able to get by it. So it looks like they're going on. Now they're gonna go on. They're leaving recall up for a very long time, and they're gonna go for
High sick
high sick. Yeah.
to get rid of that aim.
Which is why I was surprised, because I would expect to have it to go with Bloodseeker, then go to high sick, and then you go to recall after that.
That would make a lot of sense for their group. But I mean, if you're consistent about making sure that you have some sort of active mitigation up, recall is very simple. So he doesn't pose that much of a threat, as long as you know your tank is not going to make a mistake.
Yeah, they have all DPS dead and one healer dead, so they have enough heals to keep people up. But are they going to be able to do the damage? I mean, I could just see them I can see them wiping on the next guy that pops out. Ooh, he's getting Chai's getting a bunch of messages now from people. Bunch of messages. Oh, he's getting messages from people for what is that? Something.
VEM is saying that your camp is between Mark and Mark.
Oh yeah, and it's sending up. He has the pop messages up, so he's getting a bunch of spams. This is gonna be comedy. He's gonna be getting a ton of these the next time this happens. But I think that's where they're gonna wipe is on the Zoro. I think this is when he comes out again. I think I could see them wiping the rest of the people here.
I think the biggest thing is that what I could see them happening is actually wiping on just Berserk, just because of so little damage up.
This is looking really shaky. First time Alliance really outside of their one wipe on what's it called? Trying to think of the name. The one that they wiped on, was it Thok. Outside of that, this is like the first time I've seen them look real shaky.
Yep.
But
Horde side is working on Malkrok again.
Yeah, they're
Looks
on
like
Malkrok.
they have another. They gained a 14th, so now they have 4 pool spawning, but they are covering them all. So
yeah, they have 3 healers now. So maybe that healer came back. Maybe they had to go help someone out, or had to go AFK for a little bit.
Oh, very true.
So it looks like, yeah, Malkarok, Horde are on, and then Alliance are on. Looks like, yeah, they're just not doing as much damage as I would hope. I would hope to see them do a lot more damage than this. I really think that they're, manipulators up. So yeah, when the first Kunchung happens, it could really kill them when he does that. But it looks like that they may not get it. I mean, they may not get a mesmerize. They may luck out here if they do enough damage to the manipulator.
That is true.
Let's see what happens. It's going to be coming up right now soon. There it is. Here's the first mesmerize.
Mesmerize is out. Let's
It's
see
way
how they
on the
handle
opposite
this.
end.
Ooh.
No, but it's
Nobody's
gonna,
turning.
It's going to time out
Nobody's
though.
turning.
Yeah, they're going to get at least one, and that person is resting pepperoni. Is about to happen. Chai T's watching
Nobody's
him.
turning.
He is laughing at him. I can see him right now. And one dead, so there's another dead. Ooh, and it looks like a lot of damage just came out instantly. Look how another person died too. I think the boss coming down killed someone, possibly. It looked like another person died. I was more looking at but it looks like they're gonna have the tank. Tank is taking care of that there. But a lot of damage going down.
They do have 3 down. Horde side does
Horde side have one healer. Oh, Blood Rage. That's what happened. So they died to Blood Rage. Yeah, so they just died of Blood Rage on the 3 deaths were most likely due to Blood Rage. Just because they just finished it over. So Horde will end up killing Malkarok again. That little slower strategy. I mean, a lot of the things we have to think about too is maybe a lot of the players don't have as much experience on this fight. So they have 4 though. But they did soak all of them. But it could be that they just don't have the experience.
That was the last moment that got in that last orb.
Yeah, so it looks like that they're going to be able to kill this out pretty easily, barring any really bad mistake. Both tanks are up still.
They have this. This is an easy kill left. Even if they have a couple of orbs go off, which they're not. I mean, that is very clean damage.
Like, what is it? 14% right now, I think.
Yep.
13.
Plenty
And it's gonna be
time.
last after this match. It's gonna be a last breath. So yeah, they have plenty of time to get that. And then while on Paragons,
Paragons, let's see here. I'm looking for a Berserk timer, and I don't. They have 4 minutes on Berserk. They have
2 left.
2 bosses left, so they may get it in just in.
Yeah, they may just barely get it in. So we'll have to see.
I'll keep that in mind. Looks like Malkrok is at the last legs of his life. He is going down now, so they'll be moving on to Spoils next.
Yeah. So hey, and he got an item. Congrats, Tina Lover. He actually ended up getting an item there. But it looks like it looks to me. Another. See again that mutate when they're stacked up. You cannot be stacked up when that mutate's about to spawn. And that I think that's probably what killed most of the people. There was an aim plus a mutate. So now they're on recall. They're on the last one. They have about 3 minutes left. Yeah.
They'll get it. It's just going to take a long time.
Yeah, they'll end up killing it. But it's just he has a lot of HP. 3 minutes left on Berserk. They have plenty of time, so they're going to end up killing Paragons, which is really difficult. So they're going to be going to Garrosh, the final boss of the Flex for them. Looking at an under 3-hour kill here, a clear for them for an all-monk Flex. Team Horde looking at just under 150 right now, going to Spoils, so they have 2 more bosses. So it looks like Team Horde is going to be easily defeated here, unfortunately.
They have 3 more bosses.
3 more bosses in this Flex, and then 5 total overall.
They have 1 more boss in... No, 2 more in this
There's 2 more in this one, and then 5 total left.
Yes.
So they have 5 total bosses left, 2 in this one. And so it's not looking really good for the Horde, unless they somehow can one-shot things with like a kill command.
I come in with that, what was it, in Old War there was an item that someone got a hold of a GM item, a shirt, and they're going through and one-shotting all the heroic bosses. Did you not hear about that?
What was that? Sorry?
Back in Ulduar, during Wrath of the Lich King, there was some player got a hold of a GM item where it would kill everything within a certain time frame.
Yeah,
and
a hacker got a hold of it somehow, and then it was a lot of stuff like that, like going through Stormwind and things like that, and just killing everybody by just clicking on them. There was like a hack that people had that could access the GM commands, and they had to change the GM commands. And usually that is from someone who's like a GM, most likely telling people, "Oh yeah, these are the commands. This is how these are what you type in," and they just somehow are able to get in there. I mean, I remember that. It wasn't too fun, but they fixed it after a couple days.
Oh, for sure. And now you'll see that Horde is running into this awful trash that they have to kill, and especially on Flex, they have to kill it twice, which is going to add some time to them versus just killing one bit of the trash going into Paragons. Not a very fair trade-off in my opinion, but that's coming from someone who's done both sides of it.
We had to think about the story and the lore. That's why.
Yes.
Everybody should know that.
Everybody should know that.
Always the lore and story above everything else.
Looks like the Alliance is doing a very good job of, putting out paralysis to make this trash very simple. I've seen wipes on this very commonly, so.
Yeah, I mean, but it just looks like Alliance is doing a very good job right now. And, it looks like they're going to be finishing out pretty quickly here with a clean, quick flex mode. Horde still have a 5-minute break, so after these next 2 bosses, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. They actually may run out of time. I don't think they can clear under the 4-hour mark, so I don't think it's 4 hour. I think it's 4 hour total time. I'm not sure if it's 4 hours in
I think it's 4 hours total time.
Total time. So okay, so they probably have
till 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so they
starting
have-
late is probably a detriment to them
Yeah,
as
so
well.
yeah, 5 o'clock is like the end point. Even if the total time, the timer of like the concurrent polling is, I think, is what the timer there. Because if that's why the Alliance started a little earlier then as well, because they were saying, well, it's just going to be total time. We're just going on the timer base. So
That's true.
I mean, I guess that's one thing too. I mean, if one group is a little bit behind the other, then it should be fine. But unfortunately, it's going to look, it's just a slaughter by the Alliance right now.
Yep.
Vastly more numbers, a little better strategies as well. Probably maybe just a little more experience for some of the members on just maybe doing flex and with all monks. I know Chai T has done a few flex modes with all monks before. So maybe it's
Horde
just
has
something
done
like
a
that.
few, but it's not, as I said, it's not very consistent. It's
Yeah.
like once a month, once every other month.
Yes, I mean, and also like you mentioned as well, not the same people. And I think unless that person did come back to had to step away to lead it, that probably is really what's causing the main problem. Is that not having the leaders there that are used to dealing with how monks.
Well,
do
we're
certain
hearing
things.
in the chat here that people aren't listening, and that will really that's not good. You want everybody to listen in a raid. You don't want people just slacking off and not paying attention, because that will wipe you real
Well, I mean,
quick.
it's to them, it's just fun to do all
That's
monk
true.
and stuff. So to them, they're more here just to be like, hey, we're killing with all monks. This is fun.
I think the Alliance is taking this a little bit more seriously.
Oh, they're definitely taking it seriously. Let's see their. Let's kind of chime in. Let's listen to their. I mean, you don't even hear any talk at all. They're very serious.
I want to say I've seen Runehill before this flag.
Yeah, so they're definitely taking it very serious right now. And they have 2 DCs again. Some more people DCing, so they're having some of the issues there. But
Well, with so many players, they're not running into that issue.
Yeah.
Whereas, if the Horde lost a couple people, that'd be a little
15
bit
now,
more.
so they have back up to 15 on the Horde side. So,
Yep.
But very quiet, calm mumble on the Alliance side, and actually, Hino does not believe he's not streaming mumble right now. So they may not. I wonder if they're even in a mumble conversation or anything like that.
I do not know.
So
They do only have, as they're starting this boss, 3 healers. So
Yeah, that's-
it'll be
yeah.
interesting to see how that's going to split.
that is going to be something very interesting to see how it's going to play out. Looks like we're going to be getting the first point of view from the Mantid side, so see if people blow each other up. And then Alliance is already getting people set up. Looks like Chai T's is getting their group set up for maybe intermissions, as well as getting everybody set up with who's going to go do what on the
Very
ads.
Looks like I'm getting words that beta testing for raids is going to be starting on soon.
Monday it says raid
Monday.
testing Monday. Yeah.
So that's been interesting. I'm looking through Twitter, and there's already posts coming up saying, hey, if you want to be with us for raid testing and you're in beta, hit us up. So
So it looks like, I think, a lot of people are kind of speculating certain dates for the expansion coming out, but they're going really quick through a lot of the stuff. Like, they've already opened up, it's already up to, level cap's 96 now. I believe they just had that happen, so they're going really quick with the development through there. I think they really want to get it done right before BlizzCon. That would not surprise me.
It wouldn't, but it would surprise me, because you'd be taking a lot of the main members of BlizzCon are
Raiders, yeah. Most of them,
radars, and you're going to eat into their progression, and that's not something that would make many people happy. Ideally, I think that they put the pre-patch up.
Oh,
the
that's
week-
true. Yeah,
was-
that might be it too. They might just also because the raid testing is going to help out with a lot of their balancing issues as well.
Very true.
Which is the one thing that especially looking at it here when we're looking at this, you can, it's just going to be very interesting to see how they kind of balance everything out, especially with the monk level 100 talents and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. I mean, right now it looks like Chi Explosion is going to be your main AOE, Serenity is going to be your single target, and then your Hurricane Kick is going to be probably like a strange ad phase where you want to mitigate damage, or I don't know. It's kind of looking weird for the monk level 100s currently.
It is. It'll all be based on, I think Chi Explosion is going to be one of those things where if you can monitor and keep everything so that you're still as a DPS, still able to keep Rising Sun kick up and everything else, then it's going to be far and beyond away. But I think that you're going to have to micromanage it so much that if you're not, a top tier player, choosing that will actually be a detriment to your damage. Whereas Serenity or Hurricane Kick would be much easier to use, and they'll probably tune them a little bit lower. Overall.
And then the one thing too is a lot of complaints. I know probably a hot topic for monks is the slowing down of the spec and everything like that. And looking like multi-strike is going to be the go-to stat for all monks, mainly because we have that 5% bonus, but also because of just how multi-strike off multi-strike off multi-strike. That's kind of how it's going to kind of play out, at least what it seems like right now. So we'll have to see. I mean, the raid testing is going to be also too where raid teams are going in there, and you're going to see like, oh, monks are doing really strong, or how are they looking, and you can kind of see how everything kind of plays out with the raids. I know Midwinter did do a SO heroic up to I think it was up to. I just want to let you know that
Alliance has started Garrosh.
Oh, Alliance is on Garrosh. So I'll pull that out because a Horde right now is Horde is actually doing spoils.
They got to the second side.
Second side. It is super easy, so I don't envision them having any problems there.
No, they're on their first Iron Star for Alliance. So
let's see over here. It looks like a lot of damage taken out, but it looks like
that's typical for an Iron Star.
And then Desecrate on everybody.
Desecrate on everybody, and then the ads coming in.
But they have a lot of AoE, so that's the one.
A lot of AoE.
Yeah,
that's
weapon down.
That's how monks are so strong right now.
It's just funny seeing all these, and it looks like going out for the. Ooh, they may not make this timer. They may not. I don't think they're going to make that timer. Tank is down. There's one tank is dead. So they're going to have to one tank it the rest of the fight. This actually looks like it's going to be a wipe. I think they may have failed that siege engineer, or they just barely got it. So, but they are one tanking it for the remainder of the fight, which is not going to be good at all.
It's doable. I've done it before on normal, and I know a lot of people do it on heroic, even with monks. So it's doable.
The monk kiter, excuse me. Ooh, and Warbringers came out at the very end as well.
Oh,
but that should
hopefully
be fine.
There's some ring of pieces out, because that'll significantly reduce their damage.
They're destroying
but they're destroying them. Who am I kidding?
They just melted it. Like what Warbringers? So you almost have to say
Warbringers. So they're going into their first transition. For Horde side, they're working on finishing their first large ad. Did they have both of the large ads up? They did. They pulled both of them at the same time.
Yeah, they are doing a significant more damage. Looks like now they're popping up a little bit of the smaller ones. It looks like they just need a little bit more to pop it over.
Yep.
And they're just AoEing everything. I mean, I think the Horde right now are doing a little bit more, control, or a little bit more damage here. This is like with a catch-up mechanic we kind of mentioned, and it just seems like they're doing a lot better here. But I just, they're just so far behind with the wipes that unless just somehow Alliance, I mean, they
lost two more.
They lost a healer and a DPS.
Transition.
Healer and a DPS. So, and this is the one thing that worries me is always these transitions, because a lot of people pop their cooldowns too early and they don't stagger them, or they don't go diffuse. So this is another healer just went down. So another one just went down. I think. Yeah, they lost 5. They have lost.
They have four people.
Yeah, 4 people died in that transition. But that should be their only transition there, so they should be fine for the remainder of the fight. And not enough people went out, so there's Desecrate right on top of the melee, and MC about to happen. They may wipe right here. This may be a wipe coming.
Yep. It could be. There's one MC's there.
And they stopped him. Another person died.
The ring of peace is not in the right place.
Almost died though. No, one person did die, so there was one death. Looks like a damager. And a whirling, and here's the problem right here. Whirling coming out. Are they gonna lose another one? They almost lose another one. Pretty close.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, it's Expel Harm OP. But it looks like that. But I think they're gonna end up wiping due to the tank damage. The tank is gonna be taking a lot of damage from that. We'll have to see if he can come through with it. While as in Horde is speeding through. They're all rushing up to Thok to start the trash. So Horde have killed all of the all of the boxes, so they're going to trash. And then here we go with Alliance. Put them on the main screen there. Yeah, it looks like Alliance, though. I'm very skeptical. I think that with another phase,
This could be very
because
tight.
I think they may have lost some of their top damagers because the Garage is going down very slowly, and this is only the second phase of him. So they have two more phases. I think they're putting a little bit too much damage into the single target damage into the Desecrates. Probably should just put clones on there, and that should be enough.
That
to
should
whittle
be
them
actually, yeah.
down. And then here comes AoE.
And mind control.
People.
Oh, the Ring of Peace has definitely helped out there.
Mhm.
Their first ones were sketchy because they weren't all stacked up, but the next group was much better.
Yeah, but it looks like they don't have enough out right now to do the Desecrate. Okay, they did. Okay, good. They had a couple people go out. And then MCs should be happening soon. Oh no, Whirling. A lot of damage coming out for Whirling, though, for some people. Ooh, no, ooh, close. One more hit. Ooh, really close. Ooh. Did they lose one person? No, they did not. Almost
they
lost
did not.
3
Got
people there,
close.
though. But they're going up for another. They might wipe to just the energy here. I do not know if they have enough damage. He may he may get to the empowered MCs, which is going to be very difficult for anybody to handle. But their damage does not look really strong right now, so that they must have lost a lot of their top damaging players right now. So,
for sure, the big thing that they're going to have to be sure on is in making sure that they use their defensives as they need to. As long as people are getting these orbs, the bubbles in this phase, they shouldn't need to use too many defensive cooldowns. Whereas if you go for the Whirling Corruptions with Diffuse Magic and Touch of Karma, you can actually avoid most of that damage between the two. So it's really surprising to see so many people drop so low.
I think what happened is they may have panicked and used all their stuff right off the bat.
That's very true.
And then so they just panicked really quickly and...
See, that phase was much
better.
Much cleaner.
It definitely looked like they staggered it. But also that first one too, like I said, they probably just a little bit, maybe just a little bit scared of what to do. A lot of damage going out. And MC's going out too.
Ooh, this could be trouble.
That is not good at all. That is really close to wiping there. A bunch died. 2 people dead.
2 more dead, yep.
8 total right now dead on Alliance side. This could possibly be a wipe, and that's a really powerful. Look how much damage that's going out. Ooh, another one.
This is the empowered whirlwind.
Yeah, this is the empowered. Yeah, empowered.
So you even have to move on that. You can't just stand
still. And it does a lot more damage, and it looks like 2, 4,
and all
6,
the ads
8,
are grouped
10.
up now.
2 deaths on that last one. Now all the ads are grouped, so they're getting empowered. Another death there. Looks like Tank is down, and this is going to be a wipe.
That'll be a wipe.
Yep, Tank died 2 because the ads
just
got empowered.
As Thok is being pulled on Horde side.
So Horde, I mean, hey, I've seen it happen. I've seen guilds struggle on Garage, so even heroic guilds. So if for some reason that this could be where the Horde catch up to the Alliance, at least catch up to maybe to the boss. Like I could see them maybe getting to Paragons down, and then but then never know. This could be it. This could be the moment. The moment where Horde catch up. I mean, they are 15 minutes behind of pull time. If you think, well, if Black Feud, they're on Thok right now, he is, they're not going to be able to do the same strategy. He just popped over at 10 stacks, which should be fine. The one thing
should be plenty.
Yeah, the one
they
thing
did do a lot of damage, so they're really going to have to keep the tech phase in.
They did about twice as much damage or more than that. They did almost 3 times as much more damage. Oh, but chomp chomp, 1 DPS dead.
Chomp chomp.
1 DPS has died to chomp, so already happened. Again, the one thing people don't realize is even on Flex, you will die to that. So it's not like, I think it's 2 hits and you'll die on Flex. And so people are just not used to that, that you can die from those chomps because most of them do LFR. So LFR, you can just literally stand in front for a long time. Let's see what happens to Hina Lever. Run Hina Lever. Oop, rest in pepperonis, Hina Lever.
Splat.
Rest in pepperonis. Trying to do too much. Yeah, in Flex, in Flex, so instant death like all the other ones. In LFR, you can stand in front with Touch of Karma up, and he'll actually do damage to himself. Wow, it'll take like 4, 5, 6 hits. So 2 big DPS down. So we'll have to see what happens. The number 1 DPS down actually with Hina Lever. Yeah. So This could be very difficult for the Horde to come back. This could possibly spell a wipe. We will have to see, though, how everything plays out. They're probably going to pop it over too quickly. They may just end up running out of cages to open.
It could be, yeah. Although they did get a fair amount down during that transition, but it is too much to lose a DPS during that phase.
I think he may have thought he had a roll left, and he didn't. I've had that happen to me a few times. You're like, oh, I have a
very
roll,
true.
and then you just use 2 to maybe close the gap, and then you try to use it, and you're like, oh crap, and then it's too late, and then you're chomped. So that could be something that maybe he just thought he had a roll. Or just was maybe looking at something else at the time, but yeah. So Alliance looks like they're having a little conversation right now. Actually, let's open up the Alliance comms and see what they're talking about.
Do you want me main tanking for the first part here with the ads, or
who had it last time?
Horde did push over to the second Blood Frenzy, and the boss is around 45%.
Yeah, you can main tank
so
Arash, that's fine.
we'll see how that goes. They are on track if they keep things going as they go.
And it sounds like
With
Alliance
their strategy here with the box.
Working on tanking stuff for the Alliance.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to set up the ads, because they still kind of had it in the bag. But if people moved out of the Empower Whirlings, they still had probably good. It just would have taken a long time. I would have been more skeptical about the Enrage, because Phase 3 is going to do a lot. Ooh, here's bad blood. They're going right. He's going right through the raid. A poor kite there.
Very poor kite.
Very, very poor kite. Was actually.
That was the tank chosen. Interesting.
Was that a tank chosen? I thought it was a DPS.
Nope, that's a tank chosen.
Oh, that's very strange.
That is very
One
strange.
DPS dead though. One DPS did not move
Another
out of the way.
DPS dead.
Yep.
Lupulo.
But they have it below 45%, so
It is possible. It's not ideal.
But the one thing too you have to realize is that they may be approaching the point where they don't have enough people to push it over. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's 5. I think it's 5 people on Flex, so they may have enough. But they are running, like I said, they're running out of cages here. And looks like there's a frozen on the. Looks like they're split. Looks like some of the players are split on the sides. They're supposed. Oh, he's probably doing actually a chi torpedo. So a chi torpedo from a healer. Ooh, tank is getting pretty low. Ooh, nice recovery there. Looks like a cooldown.
Yep.
One of the tanks got really low there, but the raid is really, really low. Tank is down. One of the tanks is down. I don't think they have enough people to push over. They should be pushed over right now.
They should be grouping up and push over.
Either they're not grouped up. No,
they're not grouped up.
Either they're not grouped up, or the minimum targets. No, they just did. Okay, so they just grouped up. 27. I do not. I think this is going to be a wipe for the Horde.
No,
yep, and
it's
then,
not going to happen.
Yeah, then people are just wiping right now. So yeah.
Yep.
It looks like both the tanks got. One tank is up, but the other tank has died. So I think they're just calling a wipe here. Yep, yep, they're just calling a wipe. Which is, and the one thing, that the Alliance did not do, which actually this one.
They
person
extended it probably about a minute and a half.
Yeah, this one healer should be dying. Okay, good, he did die. So it looks like. Oh, I think they're trying to get a. I do not know what this one person is. I don't think he knows he's supposed to wipe. Well, it'll be, but a lot faster wipe. I mean, Alliance did it, like a minute, almost 2 minutes, when it was a clear, easy, quick wipe. I think someone said that. Yeah, wipe quick. So it was called a wipe quick in the chat line, and actually Alliance have pulled a garage again.
Looks like
2
they
deaths
are
already though on that.
Ooh.
That 2 deaths. One of them being a tank.
Uh-oh.
That is not good at all. They are one tanking it again, I believe. So it may have been an ads. I think it was probably an ads right there, because the tank getting all the ads plus garage, that can kill you if you don't pop a cooldown there. So
Very much.
No, they were 3 tanking it. They were 3 tanking it there. So
they're 3 tanking.
So their attempt to 3 tank has failed already. Possibly, maybe the healers did not know that there was 3 tanking. So one of them picked up maybe the ads and then ended up
went splat.
Yeah, went splat. So right now it looks like Iron Star coming across. See if anybody dies to that. Nope. Everybody away from the boss.
There.
Nice job. Ooh, a lot of damage coming out though, but
Some of them are a little close to that explosion.
Yeah, really close to death, but looks like fine there, and they're going into this first one. Ooh, it's the same one that caused them trouble the last time. This one right here caused them a lot of trouble.
It really was when they got to the slam phase, the smash phase, is where they lost their players.
Well, this also has, I think, does this have AoE, or is it maybe only normal and heroic? Maybe it's only heroic that does AoE. But yeah, it looks like they're all trying to get the orbs. I'm not sure. He does not have a thing as to how many people have it, but it looks like a lot more people have the orbs this time. But the one, you could definitely tell that a few don't, though. So they may lose 2 to 3 players here, but it looks like a lot more people got their reduction.
I think if they focus them, they should be fine.
Yeah, because they only have 2 deaths, so they should still be fine unless someone makes a mistake.
Yep.
Ooh, but a lot of damage going out right now. Looks like a tank is standing in it to try to get more vengeance.
Oh,
It's a
jeez.
scumbagging tank right there, but they're taking a
Scumbagging tank.
lot of damage right now, getting a little bit progressively more damage coming in. Good, so they did survive that with everybody that went in there. So let's see how they do here now. Horde is about to pull Thok again. So both raids about to pull a boss again. Alliance looking very good.
Alliance looking much smoother this time around. We'll see if they do with the if they line up better cooldowns for this corruption. Looks like some are much better off, others are not. There's another death there. Nope.
No, close to death. 2 people
Very
are really close to death. Again, those could just be people with less HP.
Lower health pools.
Yeah, lower health pools are not, or used a cooldown previously. But it looks like to me that, yeah, Alliance is pulling. Horde maybe discussing some things right now, or just getting ready to pull.
Yep.
Well, but yeah, looking really strong for the Alliance here. Damage still concerned for me. I mean, they are not really doing a lot of damage to them. That is going to be very
They're
concerning.
still going to get that third.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
empowered whirlwind
exactly.
in this phase too.
They're not going to push through. They're not going to get them low enough. They mean, in my opinion, they should have lusted here. That way, they only get maybe 1 or 2. But no, because then you want it for phase 3 though. So yeah, I mean, they're in a tight bind right here. They actually have not as much DPS to get Garrosh with the. They are going to get the empowered, so they're going to have to spread out for that. I mean, they're monks, so they all should have a taunt. And actually, Horde have pulled Thok right now, so they're starting on the first phase. So hopefully they'll do a lot better. We'll keep an eye on that for you. Unless you have binoculars and you can see that little tiny picture in the corner right. So see if you can look at the picture-in-picture. But looks like that they're just doing really simple. They actually have 14 people, so. They actually look like they dropped a person. Maybe it was a DPS.
They did drop a person. It looked like a healer.
Oh, healer? Well, they have 3 healers still, so I think
They had 4 for the last pull.
Okay. Maybe they're doing a strategic drop. Maybe they're dropping 4 pushovers. Oh, and a DPS dead. Another DPS did die.
Another DPS down.
And here they go. So they are going to get the empowered whirlings. This is not a good way. Ooh, and they got the very difficult one. One's really difficult if they don't get the interrupts. If they blew everything on that first group. Looks like they're dying though before they get it cast off, which is very good. Okay. Ooh, but someone's pulling them early. Okay, good. They just got them in time. Okay, that was a good job, but doesn't look like they're gonna be.
They did. Horde did push, or did change into the Blood Frenzy at 10 stacks again.
Yeah, so it looks like 10 stacks is about the time where it's going to push them over just by how many players they have. Kiting is vastly better this time. People going out immediately. It also looks like that the boss is actually a little lower than last time. 65% right now. Not even into the first gate, so it looks like that they're going to be doing a pretty good job here.
Yes, for sure. I think dropping that last person might have lowered his health pool enough to make a difference for their damage.
I know, and that's one thing too. I mean, you can lower people. I mean, this is nothing you can't we have to have everybody that wants to come. I mean, as far as we know, maybe Alliance drop 2 players to make it a little easier for them. It could be a possibility there. But yeah, 3 deaths, one of them being the 3rd tank, so it should be fine there. But now that they're going to get the first empowered whirling coming up here really quickly on the Alliance side, so we'll have to take a look and see if they wipe again here. MC's being a problem.
Mind controls here. Now, if they do push him, they can push him without getting that empowered whirling.
One death on the Alliance side. It was a DPS, probably at the last chomp, and then it looks like that they pushed him over again. But he's at 50%. So it looks like they did not get a heal debuff on him, but when he ate the guard, which is not a good job there. Ooh, a tank died too. So the tank death just died. So maybe a tank wasn't used to moving out. Oh, a double kite. That's what happened. You have to make sure if you're on the kite and a healer died as well there too. So it looks like a double kite. Maybe possibly a back-to-back double kite. 2 deaths. 1 healer, 1 tank, and then they have a DPS less on Horde.
The Alliance have lost another.
Yeah, Alliance look like they're having troubles there, but they did push them over.
They did push him over.
Before, after the whirling, yeah, they have the whirling up. You can see someone.
They did
kiting.
have the
It looks like
whirling.
they're doing the kite strategy, but it looks like one of them's about to die. So this monk is probably going to die. They had better one of the tanks should taunt one of the lower ones away, because if not, he's going to end up dying.
Well, as long as nobody hits them or targets them with anything, you can just Dizzy and Haze kite them. So
Yeah, but it depends on if he's damaging them or she's
That's
damaging them. Ooh, one
They are
DPS
damaging
getting
them.
low as well there. Looks like that may have just been an
that's
MC.
a mind control. Yep.
Empowered mind controls, which are a lot more HP. So it looks like Alliance might be able to finish it off here at 235.
They're going to be close.
Horde are now solo tanking it. But they should be
And they
fine
have
because it's
a
only
healer down, too.
it's solo tanking it, 2 healing it. Ooh, tank's going low. Okay, they popped the tank out. Tank was frozen there just due to the damage. Need to start popping personals right now for the Alliance side. They pushed
He's
over.
not much
okay,
lower.
they pushed over,
They
but
pushed
yeah,
over.
but they're at 27%. Ooh, but they're gonna get remember they're gonna get that fire debuff. And Alliance
Yeah.
looks like they're just gonna be limping it. Ooh, one of them's empowered though. That is very scary for that kiter. If
Yes.
they catch up to him, they're done. And luckily, see the difference between now and this and Heroic is on Heroic, he goes at 200% speed on Flex. They're going a little slower, but they did lose another member as well. So they are just there it is, and they finished. So the Alliance have
They'll
finished
finish.
at 236.48. I didn't push over when they did the nerd scream, so I
Time
missed
stop
that.
2 hours 36 minutes 52 seconds.
There you go. See.
Not bad.
I should have
we
put
did
it right
get-
at the
we
very
did
end.
Get one,
I didn't even think about that getting at the very end. I just like, oh, he's really low. Oh, didn't get quick
Splat.
enough.
Nope. And
Not as much cheering. I thought there'd be still cheering
I
when I
know.
unmuted it when they finished, but
they're just like, oh, just another week.
so Lions
The
has
Horde
finished
side is on their
236.
fire phase. They have 27% left. This is oh, man, I think the tank's down. So
Yeah,
this is going to be
second
another
tank.
wipe
Yeah,
for them.
another tank down. So it looks like an additional wipe as well. They only have 30 minutes left in the raid before end time. 35 minutes left. Yep, and there's the wipe right there. Because he won't push over. He won't push over in this phase. He'll keep continuing.
Yes, you do need
What was
five.
what was the percentage there? I didn't get a chance to look at that percentage.
He was at 27% when when they
Just too many
pretty much wiped.
the second tank death, but then just too many DPS dead. But yeah, Thok being a really problem, just because they can't do the alliance strategy. And it looks like Alliance are taunting the Horde by sitting on their throne, like usual. So, congrats to the Alliance on the correct. I mean, on the kill at 236. Definitely going to be the victors because still on Thok, still haven't even done their 5-minute break. So, would not surprise me if they get Thok down that they end up stopping. Just because I don't really see them in less than 20 minutes killing the last 3 bosses plus trash. We'll just wait for a official word on the win. Still have 15 minutes left before the official 15 minutes from like right now till it's officially over. And
I think it's officially over.
well, yeah, but I mean 15 minutes to do track. I mean, they still have the 5-minute break and then they only have half an hour left in actual scheduled raid time, so it's going to be it's going to be impossible for them to get that in 15 minutes. Just with the amount of trash. I think trash would take 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they've had
Because they do have that start trash before
five.
the
I think,
siege
yeah,
crafter
I think they had
trash.
five wipes or 6 wipes. I think they had, but I mean that's not that
They've
bad. I
had
mean I
6
think they're doing
wipes.
pretty good for one of the first time of the, like you said, the raid getting together. It looked like the Alliance came prepared with strategies, consumables. It seemed like that they had a little more planning under the belt. It looks like Chai T's doing the
The cinematic.
He's doing the wave. Oh, the taunt. He's doing the taunt. He's taunting her. Look at the taunt. Yeah, look, he's stretching. He isn't even flex.
I'm pretty sure they wiped on Thok again.
Well, yeah, that's fine, but I want to see what else.
He's taunting. Look at that. That's the BM, as we would say, the bad manner right there. But yeah. So I mean, Alliance easily taking it out. 13 minutes ahead of the Horde, defeats everything. It looks like Horde. I mean, I would say I mean, not even down with the last flex done yet. Just to see how they do. I mean, really, what it seems like is they just had unluckiness with the kiting during that second frenzy. It looked like they were fine beforehand, because you can get double targeted if you're too far away, and it looks like that's what happened to someone. But it looks like they're gonna keep going through and try to finish it out.
Yep.
Go to the Horde. I was watching the cinematic.
Yes. The
Like
Horde
goes
has
everybody.
pulled Thok again.
Yeah, so now we have the Horde in the main screen, so I have to see how they're doing now. Alliance enjoying their end game cinematic. And it looks like they're doing pretty decent here. Again, around 70, looks like 70%. So they're getting them to close to 70 to 65% before they push over. And it should push over here pretty soon.
They typically push over at...
Yeah, right now. They should be one more, probably.
One more is when they've been pushing over. If they can get some more, that's always
they got a little bit more
helpful.
healing, so they probably popped some cooldown.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, there we go. 13. So they're doing a little bit more DPS. What is that?
63%?
Yeah, 63% on their first fixate. Not bad. First person's doing it correctly. Just make sure not to go too far or too short, because he does move a little bit after he's finished fixating. So hopefully he can get this first one done. Jailer getting melted, so it looks like their idea is to push him over as soon as possible here. You do have enough time to do some DPS though, so we'll have to see what they do.
You do. Not a lot, but enough.
Looks like some people are doing it. It might be Tiger Crane up there with a little bit of experience. No, they just need to run away. There you go, fixating.
And they're down to 59%.
A double fixate though, so that is a little difficult there for that person. They may end up losing one person a little too far out. Healer, nope. Okay, they did kill it, so fine there.
They did get it. Okay.
And the person did get unfixated, so should be fine
And they're
actually.
58%, and with the chomp, they did get the Rising Sun kick out.
Yeah, so they do have the 10% reduction there. But it still did heal a little bit, but not too bad. So yeah, I mean, they should easily be able to kill it. This one looks a lot better pool. It seems like they did it. Whatever adjustments they did do, they were able to handle them.
Yes, very much. Looks like they both took the tanking debuff breath. Maybe to get a little extra damage.
And then right after this boss is done, we'll have an interview with we'll probably be at the time the winning team captain for the Alliance, or at least the finishing early team captain for the Alliance. And then Chai T will come back in. We'll have a little discussion about because the one boss, he said he had the most fear of Black Fuse when it's a one shot, no problem.
Whereas the boss he was most confident for was Thok, I think.
Yeah, you said Thok was no problem, and they had a problem there, and almost again. I mean, they almost had twice. They almost had wipes, so it was very close there. But
only 2 wipes throughout the whole place. That's pretty good.
Looks like it's gonna be a double fixate on.
It might be if he.
No, he got close enough.
Close enough.
He rolled it correctly. So looks like, but they're definitely gonna get this. So he's at what 31%. Should be easily able to do next fixate cage open. We should have no problem here for the Horde being able to clear this one up. Make sure you get that rising sun kick.
Wait till he fixates on the ads.
Yeah, right now I just need a rising sun kick.
Right now you can rising sun kick.
Yeah, they got him. So yeah, so not as much healing. 28%, not bad. And they look like they are going on the correct side. So we should be good now. Hopefully he doesn't push over quick enough though. Almost like he pushed over there. They are on the same side, so
all
just
the jumping tigers that are helping out here.
Yeah, the jump. Yeah, so you can see the ones that people have it untargeted because they're not jumping. There's like 2 of them that are doing that, and then the rest of them are jumping. Just because
You got them to 15%, so
yeah, they should.
good.
They might be able to push it right here or shortly after, but they are pretty low. Ooh, we did go blood frenzy early, probably because of the amount of. Tank almost died there. That was really close. I think he got hit by a chomp when he turned. Tank staying in a little too long. And a new fixate about to happen again. Looks like the person used Transcendence on Thok, and so he went back and forth. A very interesting tactic there.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Chai T's putting a giant stopwatch thing on there for his number.
Thok's at 5.5%. It should be over fairly quickly now. Looks like they're breaking out one person who got frozen. 4%, and with the buff.
Look at that big number taunt. The number taunt. Yeah, I had to call.
Hello.
Hello. So we were joined by, in 2 minutes or 6 minutes, or 7 minutes, the winning captain of the Team Alliance. It would be a miraculous victory, only assisted by the GMs to have a Horde come back after this one of like instantly killing Flex Mode and saying, "Oh, Garrosh achievement" on people. It looks like that it's going to be a pretty much an easy win. I mean, looking from our experience, you only had, I think, 2 hiccups on Garrosh, and then on Thok were actually the only 2.
Yeah.
And then now you're taunting. I saw you taunt everybody with your photo when you came in during the cinematic, and now you're taunting with the number. Just putting that big, huge, giant number right in the middle of the screen. But what are your thoughts?
I've been talking trash to the Horde the last like 3 weeks, so this feels good. I was gonna have to eat a lot of foot pie here if Horde had won, but so I'm taking it in stride.
Yeah, you have to do that victory lap though, right? Like you hit a home run. So, I guess then going over that, were you really surprised? Like we kind of listened in at the very end of Black Fuse, and it seemed like you guys were happy about like the raid calm was really nice, and everybody was calm, or there were clear calls that were needed. What was Black Fuse was a little hectic for you at some moments, or because you did one shot it there?
Yeah, it was a little dicey when we first got the laser up. We're like, oh crap, we don't have to deal with this ever. What do we do? So once we figured it out, we had the team did beautifully, executed beautifully on saw blades. They were doing double rolls, flying serpent kicks away, so we weren't getting a whole bunch of saw blades. We got pinned in just a little bit over in the corner for about 20 seconds, but then we got a magnet up, which cleared the field for us. So that really, really helped. Yeah, I was surprised as we were bringing him down, bringing him lower, and I just wasn't saying anything because it would say
no jinx.
right. You say, all right, well, we got 10% left. We're doing great, and then someone will die. But I know the tanks were doing out calls. Everyone was calling even when we were at like 1.5%. So they were just focused on killing it. So
You should just call it a wipe at like 10%, and people what?
Right.
You say, yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was really funny because I was actually waiting for, which can happen when you guys were all clinched up in the corner, is if people got caught in the missile knockup, because you can get knocked up off the platform. So I was actually hoping that at least one person would do that, because it'd be kind of funny to see them dying to their death by getting launched off the platform. But yeah, it was very smooth there. And then on Paragons, it seemed like you guys were really close to wiping there, like really extremely close. Did you have like a different strategy by not taking out his tech first, or what was going on there?
yeah, the reason, recall, we left him to the very end because what our brewmaster did is he put up magic guard, so he used the glyph, and so that technically counts as active mitigation. So he was just holding him the whole time, and so that actually didn't trigger the parasites. So we got to ignore that, and we took down the one that does the hurl amber, which is what the real problem is for monks, is that hurl amber. That will kill a whole bunch of people because it usually targets range, but there's no ranged. So we targeted him, brought him down first, and that made the fight a lot easier. We had like 5 or 6 people, including me, die. There was a weird taunt that went off. The guy turned around and just did frontal cone and just nuked half of us. But that happened when we got our first kill on all monk flex. We had the same thing where we had half the people dead, half the fight. I know a lot of heroic teams usually have 6 or 7 people down at the end of the fight. So it's I knew we could keep going, so I just said, just push it, don't wipe it, and got the kill.
And then the one thing too about Garrosh, it seemed like you struggled right off the bat, but then you kind of were able to recover in that second go around. It seems like everybody blew all their cooldowns on the first whirling and forgot for the phase. Is that kind of what happened there?
What happened is we got some, I think we had a couple of Mistweavers in fist weaving, and that made it so the desecrated weapon hit inside of the raid. As you saw the second time, we had the Mistweavers outside, so it targeted them each time. That made it a lot smoother.
And actually what it looks like too is that the Horde have conceded. So Team Alliance has remained victory. I think it's just because they realize there's only 20 minutes left and you guys have finished, so there's no chance. Looks like that they still had a wing left with 2:30 left on the clock, so they had 1 full wing. Let's see if I can try.
They can do it in 6 minutes. Yeah.
like I said, they'd have to have that. And actually, what I'll do is I'll add. See if he's here. See if I can add Hina here to the call.
You'd have to get that shirt from World War is what I was talking to Goldan about.
Right. Yeah, that one where you can just insta kill
Martin's
bosses.
Fury, was it?
Yeah. Even then, I don't know if you could run all the way to, from the start to Siege Crafter's room, to Claxy, and to Garrosh in 6 minutes. That's a heck of a run.
Well, I mean, it's like Trash is just 15 by itself. And then now we have actually in here the defeated, the no longer a Horde. I'm disowning you, Hina Lover. Unfortunately,
I admit I made mistakes, and as you probably saw from my stream, but we Thok just ran out of rolls. But yeah, we had a lot of off specs. Not we had Windwalkers playing as Mistweavers. We had Prot Pallies playing as Windwalker monks.
So actually, they're not that bad then with that, because you guys were doing more damage per percentage than Alliance was. So you actually were doing. If you would have not have wiped, you would have destroyed them in time, just based on how much damage you were doing. But unfortunately, when you don't know the class as much or know what spec you're doing as much, you are going to have those those problems of causing or having the wipes occur. But we were watching that, and it looked like everybody's hitching their post to Tiger Crane. They're
at the start, and then
and then you
switched
just
back.
over, yeah.
Yeah. Because we had the third tank that came in. I just gave him the reins, but he was having vent issues at the start, so that's possibly why. Shamans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did notice that. That's what it looked like on Shaman. Like it was like two strategies going on at the same time, but then it seemed like you guys cleaned it up, and then it looked like also you had different DPS with the wave binder, and because no one was really dying to the pools like they were on the first two pools on that one, like the blobs,
the slimes coming out.
Yeah, we were also getting a lot of people coming in and out, in and out, in and out. While it sounds like you guys had the entire 23 or so people the entire time.
Yeah, we had one person come in after Wing 1, and we lost a couple people here and there, but for the most part, we had a very consistent team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did see the Horde side come. You had lost a couple people, gained a couple people, lost one, and that seems to change how the raid dynamics would work throughout the whole raid.
Yeah, and that was basically our problem. Was we just had a lot of dysfunctionality, I guess you want to say.
Yeah, you guys had a disadvantage in that you had a leader up to today, and then family emergency kicked in at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
And that made it so you had to find a leader right off the bat. Didn't have time to look up strategies at all. You guys did very well under the circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the damage when you weren't wiping due to people dying, the damage was definitely there, and hopefully maybe when we can get another race going at another moment, then that I think with a more suited, solid team, maybe people with this experience can come back and do that. Because 2.5 hours is a good time. To get through even 3 wings with a half-jointed group.
Yeah. Yeah, we were basically semi-watching this stream with no sound on, so we were able to keep up with what the Alliance were doing, but at 15 minutes left, you guys cleared, we just cleared Thok, people were just giving up.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So yeah, next time I'd love to do this again and maybe center it to a strike team of 10, 10v10, and
that we can do.
Yeah, I think that would be a little bit. I mean, because you can see because then it's a little more balanced. Because we were kind of judging. Well, if you lose 2 or 3 DPS on the Alliance side, the Horde side should still be okay. Then if the Horde side loses DPS, they're kind of SOL. They're like they're dead. It's a wipe. That's just kind of how it played out. But then also you have the Horde because they have maybe DPS with more numbers, they're able to just kind of do more damage with the gear level difference. And then you can also kind of cherry pick your top players and top geared people. And I think that's really interesting to see.
Yeah, build an actual full on heroic team ready to go in there. Yeah, that'd be cool. When 6.0 rolls around, we have to do this on heroic.
Well, that'll be
level.
March, so we're fine there.
Right.
Sometime
next year we can.
Yeah, sometime next year when
next year
when 6.0 is out, right? That's how it kind of goes down. I'll have to wait to there, but yeah, I mean, it was definitely a fun race to watch. It was definitely very interesting to see the kind of dynamics of each team, and I thought, I just knowing the people that were in and looking at the gear, just looking at the roster, that the Horde would come out on top. But it sounds like that some of the people didn't show or were late or had to leave out early. Oh god,
yeah, we had 4 people for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Out of 16, it's where is everyone?
Yeah, I saw that. Last night you guys had 10 people, and then this morning there were 16. I'm like, oh great, this is good. And then 4 people show up.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you guys had to throw together a whole group and just, piece together things was miraculous in and of itself. I thought it was going to be a DNS, a do not start, but
yeah,
it all came together and it worked out well.
Yeah, I was trying to keep Golvin up at the start and then say, yeah, we have 4. Okay, we have 8 now. That was quick. 10? 13? Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad it got off the ground at least. So that's it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. It was. I actually my guild group doesn't have me brewmaster tank that often, so that was
Learning experience.
a little.
Almost helped me Valor cap too. That was nice.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, that means I need to start picking and choosing what items to upgrade now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was a successful run though, all around.
Very successful.
Yeah, definitely interesting. But the one thing I wanted to say, we chimed in late. I didn't unmute right before he killed Grosh because I noticed like, oh, he's really low. I was like, oh, I should unmute to hear nerd screams, but I didn't hear it when I was like maybe 3 seconds after he died. Were there any nerd screams when he finished, or?
Not as much as the first time we downed him.
Okay. So people were like, finally, this is over. I can go home.
Right. Well, we had such a very smooth third phase that it wasn't. You don't have that adrenaline of people are dropping left and right. We got it nice where we had the ads taken away and we got them in between abilities. So it was a very, very smooth phase 3. Usually you get the nerd screams when you've got like 2 people left up, and that's when it starts getting a little crazy.
I still remember being the last person alive for our first heroic Cho'Gall kill, and it was just so much craziness going on. And it really is just those tight kills are almost more exciting than the easy ones.
Yeah, well, here we had tonight where we had a 1% wipe on protectors.
Yeah,
was
that
like,
was so
oh
close.
My God.
That's right. That was like the rest in pepperonis moment of the Horde side. It was like, oh, they can still do it because you had like 5. You had the tank and like 2 people up, and he had like I think he had 3 million or 4 million total health left between the two. And like if like a touch of karma, Fort Brew could have taken care of that, and then you'd have been fine because you'd have recovered after that. But that just kind of put you back, and then just wipe after wipe, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No one was out there to put the foot out from the Alliance storming through. Then we could have maybe had a little bit to the edge finish, which I was hoping for.
Yeah. I thought for sure that Thok wipe we had was going to do us in. But yeah, because that was such a long walk back too.
Well, it's also a long fight too, as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately, didn't beat the Druid time was what I was hoping we would beat. That we were about 40 minutes short of that, unfortunately.
Well, you did, yeah. I mean, but you did take some time. Well, they also have like more traditional range specs.
Right.
And that's the one thing with Horde, especially with not Horde with monks, is that there's really just Mistweaver. So
right.
You don't really have like a traditional range to go out and do stuff. So I think that might have been something related to that.
Between and then the 2 wipes, they were long wipes. They weren't short wipes for you, which is I think was the killer. It was probably about 20 minutes from wipes there, in my opinion.
Yeah. So the wipes just I mean, you probably could have just maybe made it. I'd say probably if you would have had a flawless victory, it could have been like a 140, maybe 135. So I'd say probably about 40 minutes were those wipes, just because also the talking afterwards and also like you strategies beforehand. I noticed that you had some setup time was a little lagging, things like that. But yeah, I mean, it was very entertaining though to cast it. It was definitely
Thank you too for stepping up and doing this. It was a lot of fun. I can't wait to actually watch the full thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, make sure you put it as like a highlight so I can upload it to the Monk Meditation YouTube.
That'd be a good thing.
I'm just gonna upload it from Twitch. I didn't even do a local record. I'm just gonna upload it from there.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just definitely nice, and hopefully next time we will have a more battle, more of like oh they're about to kill it. Oh, they wiped at the last minute, and then like the other team surges past and. Kind of that back and forth. I think really close.
kind of like what happens at BlizzCon.
Yeah, or you think, or like you're both on like Garrosh and you're both pulling at the same, like roughly the same time. So the other person knows the other person's pulling the boss, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping. We'll set this up again and have a 10v10 and see how that goes.
Yeah, and because also you can have alternates too in case people have to DC and whatnot.
Right.
That'd be something like nice, doing something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
Yep. But thanks for
Cool.
everybody joining too on Twitch. We had quite a few people
Chit-chatting in the mains.
chit-chatting, chiming in, watching. So it was pretty good. And then just have to tweet out a little more maybe ahead of time. 'Cause I think we were all kind of up in the air if it was going to actually happen. Maybe
Right.
next time we'll have a little bit more promotion for the event and get more people more
Sure.
excited about it.
Maybe next time we can get more information to the other larger sites.
Yeah, and also not have it during the international
Right.
or LCS.
I had scheduled this first, dang it.
That's true. Yeah, it's their fault. Yeah, it's international.
Yeah.
Come on, Gabe.
Hey, at least it's not a week or so ago during the World Cup.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, very
exactly.
true.
Well, but yeah, thanks everybody for joining, and thanks to I guess I would say team captains here, Hina Lover and then Chai Tea for stopping in after the match and then being nice and cordial about it. No one's too upset, even though I know Hina Lover's gonna go punch things after this, right?
Just my forehead. Head to desk
Head to desk.
multiple
desk.
times.
Alrighty.
Yep. So yeah, so keep posted. This will be up on. I'll definitely highlight it here on my channel on the main stream here, and then also upload it to my YouTube directly. That way it'll be up there, and I'll definitely tweet out links when they're up in case people maybe missed parts or maybe some of the racers wanted to come back and just listen and check in and everything like that.
Perfect.
So I guess thanks again, Chai Tea, man who set it all up and got everything going. You know, it was
Yes,
definitely
thank you.
good. Definitely good job. I mean, it's good seeing the community kind of come together here from all walks of life. Seeing some 14 out of 14 people stump in and try to take the lead.
Yeah.
Really nice.
This last
I'm
year
looking
has been really nice for the monk community.
Definitely.
Everybody's kind of getting together and more chit-chatting, more information sharing, which is something that was very severely needed in the first bits of the expansion. So it's nice to see. And thank you for the Monk Meditation podcast. It's nice to catch up on.
And the Monk Craft podcast too.
Yeah, but mine's just numbers though. That's just numbers. I have Roton on. And
Numbers are important.
He sighs all the time and he's upset. You know.
Yeah, he sighs all the time.
If you get him and Mist together, it's just all
No,
over.
it like the monk class would be deleted the next day.
Yeah.
Getting both of them together. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I guess power down the stream here. And again, thanks everybody for watching. And then it'll probably be, I'm not sure how long it'll take YouTube to upload, but
Yeah,
I'll
it
definitely
takes-
highlight it.
20 hours.
Like 20 hours. It takes a long time because I'm just doing it from Twitch, so I'm not sure how long that's gonna take.
I don't know.
But-
But it is a 3-hour cast.
Yeah, but thanks again everybody joining. And so the victories go to Team Alliance.
Even
With,
if they didn't have a gnome.
Yeah, with a 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 52 seconds, and like 0.9 or whatever. I round down. I crop
Right.
that off. But again, thanks for joining this time, and we hope to have you back next time for more exciting Team Horde or Team Alliance versus Team Horde, all Monk Flex.